Hey everybody, welcome to the market update with Murdock, Manwaring Company, a real estate group at Keller Williams Realty East Idaho. Thanks for joining us today. We are doing an update on the stats for August 2023 in Southeast Idaho. We've got all of our information is coming from our MLS, and it's for 3 counties: Bonneville County, Jefferson County, and Bingham County for the month of August 2023. Let's dive into it. Number one, and this is a little surprise for everybody, is it a good time to buy or sell? We've had a lot of conversations around this, and I will tell you, if you are considering, it is now is the time to buy, because we have a projection that we might see an improvement of rates next year. And when rates go down, prices go up. So if you're looking to get the lowest possible price on a house, now's the time to buy and then refinance when the rates go down. But if you miss your opportunity, come up next year, you're going to be seeing prices going up as those rates go down, and you would have wished you got a lower price. Anybody have any thoughts on that?
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is
good
the
point.
perfect
You
time.
you never know what's going to happen, but you know what today is. So
That's right. That's right. It's never a bad time to buy. So let us know if we can help you. What we're going to cover today is 4 sections. We're going to do an overview of what's going on in the month of August in 2023. We're going to do a little snapshot of the month. Then we're going to talk about what's our current inventory. And finally, we're going to finish up with what does Idaho Falls look like versus the 3 counties. Let's get rocking and rolling. So in this past month of August, in the 3 counties, we had 252 homes sold. And last year in 2022, we had 250 homes sold. That's pretty much flat. Pretty much flat. As of August, the same number, pretty much the same number of homes sold. We've been seeing a little bit of a decline, and now we've flattened out. If you
just for that month of August, not as of August. Yeah, just the month of August.
Yep, exactly right. And here's a little look at what that has looked like over time. So as you take a look and see, if you go back and take a look back in February and January, we hit a low of closings month by month, and you can see our high was back in August 2020. So we're starting to see a little climb. Notice that little climb, but you can see the seasonality. So it'll be interesting to see how we go through the winter. This is a little breakdown of what the homes sold on the price points in Bonneville, Bingham, and Jefferson County. So you can see of our homes sold, 194 of that 252 sold under the price of $500,000. So still in our area, we are still seeing that under $500,000 is the sweet spot. We've only got 58 homes above $500,000 selling. And if you take a look at the average days on market, that's super interesting that the $500,000 to $1 million is similar to under $1 million. So that's been a big differentiator in the past months, average of 44 days on market. But as you look at those individual price points, that's really when you're looking to buy or sell, that's what you want to do. You don't want to look at the market as a whole to determine about your own personal home. Look at your specific price point, average days on market, and taking a look at those. That's a really better indicator, and our agents can help with that, very specific to you. If we take a look at kind of an overview of average price per square foot, this is a big kind of a thermometer of what's going on with prices. Our average price per square foot was $177 of our closed sales in August of this year. Super interesting. That is up over last year. So that's something new we've seen since we saw the market turn. So we are up over last year by a 4.7% interest on average price per square foot. Now, again,
just the month of August.
Just the month of August.
Year over year.
Just the month of August. Over year. And it isn't an indicator that your house is $177 per square foot. It is taking the high end, the low end, everything and mixed together. But that's a pretty good thermometer of the market. Last year, or for the year to date, if we look at homes sold, how many homes total from January through the month of August? We had 153 homes sold, or 1,553 homes sold. Last year, 1,758, 12% decrease homes sold year to date. Now let's take a look at that average price. So this month, the month of August, the average price of homes sold was $421,201. Last year, $427,594. Not that big of a difference. Again, just down 1.5%. So pretty flat. If we take a look at year to date, our average price on sold homes is $410, and year to date for last year, it would have been $437. So that's a little bit less, more of a decrease on the year to date as we've seen that. Also, just remembering last year at the beginning of the year, we did have those lower interest rates. We saw those interest rates turn in about April, May. So we've still got that in the 2022. It'll be interesting to see as we move to 2024.
Yeah. And that may not be a reflection specifically on specific homes, because that's bringing in the upper end million or million plus or over 500,000 even. Those transactions are decreasing, while 70% of the transactions are under 500,000. Last year we had a lot more.
So true, Jeremy. When we take a look at an original list of sold, what this means is that when someone originally put their home on the market, what was the price versus the price that they finally sold at? So after all the price reductions. So right now in 2023, for the month of August, we are looking at, on average, original list price to what it finally sold for. It's about 96.8%. They're coming down a little over 3%. Last year, it was at 93.2%. So in August, we had seen a significant effect of those interest rate changes, and that's a 3.6% increase on average original list to sold. If you take a look at the year to date, it's very similar, 96.3 for 2023 and then 98 for 22. So it's actually a decrease on your year to date. Again, we're still seeing some of the effects of having really good interest rates at the beginning of 2022. Chad, talk to us about days on market.
Okay, average days on market for August, and August only, year over year. In 2022, we were at 40, and we are now up to 50. And so that's basically a 25% increase. It's taking a little bit longer to sell homes on average. And I think this is a great slide that kind of gives you comparison, because some people think, hey, how bad's the market? I mean, is this comparable to, back in the 2008 era? Not really. I mean, if you look at the 2008 era, days on market was much higher, about 127. We're at 54. And so we're still, this is still a healthy market, where interest rates are affecting it to where we're seeing a push on price and we're seeing a push on affordability. But as far as overall the health of the market, days on market at 54 is good. As far as average days on market year to date, last year we were at 27 average, and we're at 59. So we're basically seeing an increase there of about 118%, so more than double. And we're, it's because rates went up over high, or a lot higher. As far as what is the truth, are we overpriced? We're looking at the average home, 2,400 to 3,000 square feet, a 2 or 3 car garage on less than half an acre with at least 2 baths. And we like that these are becoming more aligned now. They do have a finished basement as well. The sold price per foot is $156 a foot. Average days on market 23. So that's a little bit lower than we were last year.
Actually, Chad, that's actually 23 of those homes sold. So that's how many are in that group.
23. Okay, so our data pool is 23 homes. Got it. Thank you. As far as our pending goes, they were a little bit lower, 154. And that's a data count of 16 that we're taken from. This is the number that I think is awesome. And that's our active is 160. We had a little bit of variation from last month, but $160 a foot. There's 29 out there in that area. We're seeing the gap close in our kind of our median type of home that's selling, which means that the market is adjusting. But these are, if we'll look at other things, there's still a lot of average sales price. When you include everything, it's not this close together. But people are able to price these right. So we're overpriced by about almost $4 a foot, about $11,000 too high on the average. Let's go into the snapshot of the month. We got 2 slides we're going to cover on this one. And for Bonneville, Bingham, and Jefferson County, last month in August, we had 273 homes come on the market. So that's down. It was about 12% lower in July. Average list price, $501,000. Have we ever been over $500,000 for average list price?
We might have been in the heat of it just on actual listings, but it's not often.
I don't remember. Yeah, maybe if we have, but that's a new number for me. And what that's showing is we're seeing, as we showed before, there's a lot of homes that are over 500,000 for sale. It doesn't mean they're selling. It's a tough market to sell, but it's bringing up our average. Our average sales price is 400, we're at about 500,000 on our average list price.
Uh,
Original list price is sold is 99%, and 250 homes went pending, but 50 of those fell apart after pending in April. So
And
we're
that's
seeing
up.
that's
The
up.
Tough
fall
number.
parts were up. Yeah.
Yep, that's up. We hate
Tough
that number.
number.
As far as withdrawn homes, we had 57 homes that withdrew from the market. Average days on market on those was 121. So again, we're seeing the homes that are withdrawing or the homes that aren't selling. They were on the market longer. The average price per square foot was about $15 per foot higher. And original to final, they never made it close to an actual average sales price.
So Chad, interesting on that too
93.2%.
is that most of those are higher end. You'll see that average price per square foot. It's the higher end are getting frustrated with the long days on market, and they're not willing to come down more.
Because there's a lot of competition in that higher end. It is a buyer's market above 800,000. So
a lot of changes. Let's look at what's currently on the market. There's 529 houses. Last month we only had 520. We're looking at an average days on the market of 71 and combined 92. So those 50 that fell out and went back onto the market, that they're adding to that combined days of 92. Original list to current price is 97%. So we're seeing already before they go pending or sold, we're already getting a lot of price reductions and corrections. But our average right now is 195 on these current active for sale properties, where 174 is our sold. So keeping in mind that, we've got, smaller homes on bigger acres with outbuildings and values that way, but that just is 2.5 months of inventory. So if nothing else lists, we'll be out of homes in 2.5 months, which still says it's a seller's market and tough on buyers. Here's our active stuff under 500,000 is where we saw, previous all the majority of our solds. We have 329 currently active. In between there, though, we saw 40 solds last month, and we have 200 available. So a little more inventory there, over 1 million to 2 million, 43 houses on the market right now with an average days on the market of 88. And then over that is, you're seeing some home sales. So if we broke down and just look in these price points, here's what we're seeing, that under 500,000, we only have just over 1.5 months of inventory. So still difficult as a buyer to get in there and get a good deal, because we're still seeing a lack of inventory. 500 to 1 million, about 4 months, like I said, and over 1 million, 9.5 months of inventory. So 6 is balanced. You can see the discrepancy from the high to low right there with the activity of sold actually happening. So is it a good time to buy or sell? Maybe depends on your price point, right? So here's the new listings over time, and look at this August as an interesting number of 2023. We saw 273 come on the market. Last year we had 341, and so if we're seeing a tightening or less inventory hitting the market, we may be seeing a little more compression for buyers in certain price points, because not as much hit the market. Every other month is also a little bit low, but we were starting to close the gap, and I guess we'll be watching to see what the average days on the market are going to show us, a leading indicator. Homes that hit the market is a leading indicator of what prices may do and adjust to according to outside of interest rates. Those are all factors. So currently pending right now, we got 252 with the average price of 433. That's 96% below what their original price to current. So we've seen more than a 3% price reduction to get to that pending pile, and the average days on the market before it went pending about 60. So let's look just in the city of Idaho Falls, the 5 big high schools, excuse me. But homes in August, we saw 164, which is 15% in. Is that an increase or more than, Jessica?
It's an increase. We went up 15% in closings over last August. And so days on the market is a little less, and the original list is sold. Either the
buyers are more or sellers more educated and putting the, coming to the market with a more realistic price. We're not seeing quite the reduction on prices. Currently on the market, there's 297 of 90 days average, and the original list to the current price is 97%. So still in Idaho Falls, just a less than 2% or 2 months of inventory, and we will be out. So there's the stats. Things are happening. Strange numbers coming on with new actives, days on market, price points. Those are all things. So if you want more specific information about your home and your buying experience, and you want to get our expertise, we can definitely help with that. Give us a call, and we would love to do that. And thanks for joining us today with August 2023 stats in the market.
Yep. And if you'd like to get these in your email, go to mmcidaho.com, click at the top, and get the newsletter. See you next month.
Thank you.